Phase 2, Overlords of Outland, is coming to TBC Classic Anniversary on May 14th, introducing even more content to the game. Let's cover what you could expect. First, the release of 2 more 25-player raids, Serpentshrine Cavern, or SSC, and Tempest Keep, the Eye. SSC is located in Coilfang Reservoir and has 6 bosses: Hydros the Unstable, the Lurker Below, Leotherus the Blind, Fathomlord Kael'thas, Morgrim Tidewalker, and Lady Vashj. To get attuned to enter, you must complete the Cudgel of Kardesh quest that starts in Heroic Slave Pens. It asks you to collect an Earthen Signet from the raid boss Gruul and a Blazing Signet from Nightbane in Karzan. You can check out my SSC Attunement video to see step-by-step how you can complete this quest. And what's neat is if you're exalted with a Cenarian Expedition, you could trade in Coilfang armaments for Cenarian healing and mana salves. 1 armament gives you 3 of your choice, so it's a pretty sweet deal, especially if you have a ton of extra ones lying around. The Eye is located at the main entrance of Tempest Keep in Netherstorm. It has 4 bosses total: Alar, Void Reaver, Haya Astromancer Solarian, and Kael'thas Sunstrider. This raid is famous for 2 big reasons: the complex final boss encounter, which involves wielding several temporary legendary weapons that your raid has to loot, and the chance for Kael'thas to drop the highly coveted Ashes of Alar mount. And here's a tip: do you have a ton of bottled Nethergon vapor and energy stored up from running all the Tempest Keep dungeons? Good news is you could use them inside this raid, just like you can in Botanica, Mechanar, and Arcatraz. And they're not bind on pickup, so they can be bought or traded. I have a video that covers the entire prerequisite quest chain to get attuned to the Eye. It starts with the Cipher of Damnation chain in Shadowmoon Valley. So if you're looking to get attuned, definitely check it out. I walk through every quest in the line. On the topic of raids, class-specific trinkets are available in Phase 2. Within Serpentshrine Cavern and Tempest Keeps the Eye, bosses have a chance at dropping these trinkets, many of which are best in slot. While not every class trinket is great, each of them do have some specific uses. The Druid trinket drops off Hydros the Unstable. The Paladin and Hunter ones drop off Alar in Tempest Keep. The Mages drops off Morgrim Tidewalker. The Priest trinket drops off the Lurker Below. The Rogue trinket is off Void Reaver in Tempest Keep. The Shaman one is off Fathomlord Kael'thas. And lastly, the Warlock and Warrior trinket drops from High Astromancer Solarian. And let's not forget about Tier 5 tokens, which also unlock in these new raids. The highly coveted Ashes of Alar, that we already mentioned, drops from Kael'thas. New Bind on Equip profession items, such as Belt of the Guardian, Belt of Deep Shadow, and Belt of Blasting have a chance to drop as well. And speaking of professions, we'll now see Nether Vortexes drop from SSC and the Eye. And lastly, all new weapons in Phase 2, such as Rod of the Sun King, Talon of Ashara, Twin Blade of the Phoenix, Light Fathom Scepter, and many others are exciting new raid drops. They're going to do some testing on the PTR before Phase 2 launches, but Blizzard reviewed Tier 4 progression and found post-nerf difficulty is in a good spot, so both Tier 5 raids will use similar post-nerf tuning on the PTR, and probably eventually in the live version of the game. Loot is also being increased across multiple raids. Bosses in Gruul's Lair, Magtheridon's Lair, Serpentshrine Cavern, and Tempest Keep will now drop 3 tokens or epic items instead of 2. This includes key bosses like Lady Vashj and Kael'thas. This change was originally introduced later in TBC Classic, but is being moved up to Phase 2 to speed up gearing. Additionally, loot updates for heroic dungeons are planned for Phase 3. So, a few things to keep an eye on. Now, let's move on to new daily hubs: Ogri'la and Sha'tari Skyguard. By completing a few prerequisite quests, you can unlock these hubs to start earning reputation. Ogri'la is located in Blade's Edge Mountains and has a series of group quests you need to complete to unlock, starting with Speak with the Ogre in Shatrat City. Check out my Ogri'la video guide for a complete breakdown. Likewise with the Sha'tari Skyguard, complete the Threat from Above from Eula and Shattrath to unlock the hub Skedis in Terakar Forest. Keep in mind she doesn't appear until Phase 2. This faction is most notable for their Netherray flying mounts that you could purchase once exalted. And what's nice is there's a Skyguard outpost in Blade's Edge Mountains just outside Ogri'la, where you could pick up a couple more quests to gain both Ogri'la and Sha'tari Skyguard rep at the same time. I'm most excited for these to unlock because I'm a big fan of daily quests. It gives you something to do in-game on a daily basis, you gain reputation, gold, and some sweet rewards as a result. And like Ogri'la, I have a Sha'tari Skyguard rep guide video out here, right here on YouTube for you to check out. While Ogri'la is gated in that you can only gain rep from completing daily quests, you can grind Sha'tari rep from killing mobs around Skedis. There's also a chain quest in Skedis that unlocks the ability for you to summon Terok, who has the potential to drop some cool rewards in addition to more rep. Another note on Ogri'la, by completing the quests Our Boy Wants to Be a Skyguard Ranger and A Father's Duty, players receive unstable flasks as rewards in exchange for their 10 Apexis shards. These are easily obtainable, repeatable turn-ins that can actually be used inside Gruul's lair. There are other unstable flasks available too, like of the Elder, Soldier, Bandit, and Physician, sold by an Aether Tech assistant who spawns every 2 hours when an event at Bashir's Landing starts, and then you must protect him from waves of ads. So check those out, and think of it as saving a ton of money on flasks for Gruul. And again, be sure to check out my Sha'tari Skyguard and Ogri'la Reputation Guide videos, which have already been released on YouTube. Moving on, Druid Swift Flight Form, not available in Phase 1, will unlock in Phase 2. Druids can upgrade to Swift Flight Form, going up to 280% mount speed by completing a special quest chain beginning in this phase. To start the chain, talk to any Druid class trainer after training Artisan aka Epic Riding, and accept the quest Morthus Whisperwing. The final portion of this questline requires you to kill Anzu in heroic Sethic Halls, who has a chance of dropping Reigns of the Raven Lord. Only druids who are on or have completed this questline can summon Anzu, but having this mount is a huge flex if you can acquire it. Arena Season 2 is also coming out in Phase 2. The top arena champions can earn the exclusive Gladiator mount. Faction Quartermasters across Outland will now offer entry-level PvP gear from Season 1. Easier to acquire. Most notably, Paladin and Shamans should be excited for Season 2 because there are new shields available for PvP combat, Merciless Gladiator's Redoubt and Merciless Gladiator's Barrier, that did not have Season 1 versions. Lastly, Blizzard has also confirmed that new profession recipes are part of the update. We mentioned some earlier that can drop in raids, but this means crafters should expect another bump in value for profession-based gold making, consumable prep, and raid support heading into Phase 2. Most notably, a variety of powerful new epic goggles can now be crafted with engineering. I've already started collecting the mats for my plate healing and tanking versions. These are all learned at engineering level 350 from your Grandmaster trainer. Keep in mind that these all need a primal nether to craft, so it's a good time to plan ahead and secure a nether for these goggles. Characters with alchemy will also be able to discover recipes for cauldrons, special items that can provide protection potions for your entire raid when used. Here's an example of a cauldron of major arcane protection, but alchemists can discover cauldrons of all schools of magic. They have 25 uses and last for 5 minutes. And this major arcane protection one costs 2 primal manas, 7 mana thistle, and 1 fell iron casing to conjure up. So that wraps up everything you can expect in Phase 2 of TBC Classic Anniversary. What do you think? What are you most looking forward to? Did I miss anything? As I mentioned throughout this video, I already have a few Phase 2 videos recently released to get you up to speed with attunements, reputations, and more. So definitely check out the links in the description of this video. As always, thank you for watching. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more classic-related content. And I'll see you in the next video.